Hi, sixth graders. This video will be a little bit of help to you in writing your essay, which comes up next on comparing and contrasting ancient Greece and ancient Rome. Well, let's get started. Your assignment is to write a 3-paragraph essay comparing and contrasting the ancient civilizations of Greece and Rome. You will write about the unique characteristics of each, how they were different, and then write about what the two civilizations had in common. So keep calm and write the essay. I'm going to tell you exactly how to do it right now. Where do I get my info? So assignments 2, 3, 4, 5, and 8, 9, and 10 in Unit 3 contain all the information you need. So if you don't already know how to go back to your assignments on your home page, instead of clicking on assignments at the top left-hand corner on that blue bar, you click on courses. You go to the course that you want, which is going to be history, and you click on the unit that you want, which is Unit 3, and then you'll find the course numbers there. The assignment numbers there. So you'll find all the information in those lessons you already did. So here are some examples of facts that you can compare and contrast. You can compare the civilizations, the empires, the government, the way of life in both places, the wars that they had, or contributions that each civilization made to society. You will need to choose 3 things to compare and contrast in your essay. Okay, so 3 paragraphs, 3 things to compare and contrast, like what I listed above. Or if you find something else that you find interesting to compare and contrast, then go ahead. So, these pictures on this slide are an example of what I am going to put in my paragraph. So we'll get back to the pictures in just a minute. So how do I write my essay? In writing your paragraphs, you make sure each paragraph has an introductory sentence, at least 3 detail sentences, it can have more, and a concluding sentence. So here's an example of what I wrote, just to show you how to do this paragraph. Both the ancient Greeks and ancient Romans made advances in architecture and contributed to modern building styles and methods today. So that's your introductory sentence. And I also stated how the ancient Greeks and Romans can compare, how they're the same in what they did with architecture. So let's go on. The Greeks were known for the 3 types of columns they developed. There's my first detail sentence. The columns were used in the Parthenon in Athens, which can still be seen today. There's my second detail. Majestic Greek columns are used in important modern buildings such as the Idaho Capitol building. Here's my third detail. The Romans built roads, bridges, and aqueducts for carrying water, some of which are still used. They were so well built. And there I added a 4th detail in order to contrast how the Greeks and the Romans built things. The early Greek and Roman people provided the basis for many of the building types and techniques used all over the world to this day. And there's my concluding sentence. So, you note, you do not write what I wrote in orange. Those are just to illustrate the different sentences that are needed in your paragraph. Okay, so your paragraph would look similar to mine except for without the orange details in parentheses. Okay, and let's go back to the slide before. So when I talked about the columns that are used in the Parthenon, here is the Parthenon that can still be seen in modern Greece. Okay, and these are columns that were developed. This building style was unknown before ancient Greece. And if you go to the Idaho Capitol building or many other buildings and some houses even, columns, Greek columns are still used. So the bottom picture is an aqueduct used in ancient Rome. it does look like a bridge. So there is a place for people to walk at the top, and the bottom is for carrying water, kind of like our irrigation canals are used today. But the Romans needed the water to travel over great distances to get to people. So that was the first time this type of water transportation was used. So let's go back to my paragraph. Notice we're going to talk about the last concluding sentence. Notice that the concluding sentence is very similar to my introductory sentence. I state basically the same thing, but in different words. Okay, so you need to remember that your introductory sentence and your concluding sentence are going to be basically the same, but stated differently. So you're not, in your concluding sentence, you're not introducing any new details. You're just saying what you already said and being done with your paragraph. So, how much do I write? So you notice that Calvin is telling Hobbes there, I used to hate writing assignments, but now I enjoy them. So hopefully that even if you don't enjoy this writing assignment, at least hopefully it'll be easier for you now that we've gone through it. So first, you'll need to use different facts to compare and contrast. You cannot use architecture as one of your paragraphs now that I've used it. All right. And my example paragraph shows one set of facts to be compared and contrasted. You'll need to write 3 paragraphs similar to mine. Okay, so the amount of words doesn't matter as long as you have your 3 paragraphs comparing and contrasting 3 different sets of facts. And after you've written your 3 paragraphs, you proofread and revise. I always advise students to read your essay aloud so that your ears can hear what you've written, as well as your eyes, because sometimes your eyes skip over things and your ears hear that and then your brain thinks, that's not right. So you're going to read aloud and you're going to edit for spelling, grammar, punctuation. That means capitals and periods. Okay, notice back in my example paragraph, do you see how I indented? You put that space at the beginning of a paragraph. Okay, so that's one paragraph. When you go down here and you go to write your next paragraph, you'll go down here and you'll indent again. That's how I'll know that you're starting a new paragraph. Okay, well, let's go back. After you read aloud and edit for your spelling, grammar, and punctuation, it says also, can someone else understand what you've written? Did you get your point across? So let's see the little sign there on the right. It says, proofread carefully to see if you any words out. Author unknown. You see what I mean by your eyes might gloss over that and see that it makes perfect sense, but your ears, when you read the words, know that you did leave something out. Proofread carefully to see if you left any words out. It should be. Okay, if you have any questions on how to do this, please contact me. Click on your Ask for Help button or call me, and I will help you with what you need to write. Otherwise, good luck on your essay, and I will talk to you later. Bye.